Hey everyone, Tony Winston here for Jazz Piano College. Going to do shape 4 today. We're talking about rootless voicings. Give you an idea about how to invent some exercises so that you can practice these things. And also a word of advice to all improvisers on why you should probably learn these shapes, because they give you the cool notes when you improvise. And we'll talk about that in a second. So here is shape 4. Okay. And really, it is really kind of a variation on shape 1. As you recall, shape 1 could be used as a D minor 6/9. It could also be used as a G dominant 7th with a 9th and a 13. It also could be a B minor 7 flat 5. It doesn't have the 3rd in it, but it sounds right. And also a D flat altered chord, right? Because it's got the 3rd and the 7th plus a, you could call it a sharp 5 or a flat 13 and a sharp 9, so it's an altered sound. So this new shape 4, really functions exactly the same way on the same chord. So D minor, instead of a 6/9, it's a D minor major 7th with a 9, and then the G, just like this one, it's going to function as a dominant 7th, but now it's got the sharp 11 in there. It doesn't have the 3rd, but it's going to sound right. And also B minor, right? B minor 7 flat 5, and there's the, what is that? The 9th. Right? And Bill Evans uses this chord sometimes in this kind of situation. And what was the other one? Oh yes, it's still an altered chord because you got the the flat 13 and the sharp 9, and it's got a root there. So I guess it's not really a rootless voicing here, but it's a shape. Now, if we were doing a 2-5-1, say in D minor, here's the shape on E minor 7 flat 5. To A, here's the same shape. We got the 3rd, the flat 13, the sharp 9, and a root there, and then like this. So, it's not very smooth voice leading, but I'm showing you how you can use this chord in many different situations. For a minor 7 flat 5, for a dominant altered chord, or I guess you could say an altered dominant chord, and a minor, won't say it's a minor 6/9, it's a minor major 7th, but it's like, these are like cousins, just like a major 7th and a major 6th, they're very similar. So is a minor major 7th and a minor 6th. They're almost interchangeable, just depending on the sound you want. So, mess around with it a little bit, minor 2-5-1s. Now I'm just going to use a regular altered chord here. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to improvise now using the shape. So I'm going to use just some basic chords here like E minor 7 flat 5. And now I'm thinking like a sax player that knows these shapes. I'm going to use shape 4. And on A, I'm going to use shape 2 or shape 1, because I'm just playing single notes up here. So, could be, that's shape 1, this is shape 2, same exact notes. And the reason, the improv sounds pretty good is because these are all the cool notes. I'm avoiding the root. Right? I don't think I played a single root in my improv there. And it makes it sound pretty good. So in a minor 2-5-1, you can use shape 4 as the 2 chord. You can use shape 4 as the altered dominant chord, the 5 chord, and you can use shape 4 as the 1 chord. But there's also this chord, a G dominant 7. So in a 2-5-1, And, you know, it's a perfect way to use like the Lydian dominant scale. All it is just like a mixolydian scale, but you put the flat 5 in there to give it that hip jazz sound. All right, so just some examples here now. So I used my regular shape 1 there, but with my improv, I went to the shape 4 there and got some really nice notes. And even if I just played something like the root and the 7, you see, by using these shapes in your improv, you get some pretty nice sounds. Now, I was also thinking about some exercises, and I was thinking back to shape 3, which, as you recall, is like this, that can be moved around in minor thirds. And I was thinking, well, you know, I've heard Chick Corea do this and blast some diminished scale patterns. And so I was just trying to invent an exercise. So I was like looking at this note, you know, the second note from the bottom, and going like that, making that my little shape. Right? See, that would work as a 2-5-1. Oh, sorry. All right. Do it again. See how to do it better. There's 3 sets of these things. This is on shape 3 now. You know, there's this set of 4, then there's this set of 4, and there's this set of 4. And this is the one I have, you know, most difficulty with. For some reason, it was like the last one I learned, and it's just never been as good as the other one. So I was just practicing my diminished scale, just kind of randomly, and moving this thing around. And, you know, with a little bit of practice, I could probably get pretty fast at that. I'll try it fast. And for some reason, I went to a C, and that really doesn't lead to a C. It could, actually, but it tends to lead more to a B or a G. What would it lead to there? Like a B flat or a D flat, so I should have done something like that. Ah, crap. It's a tough one for me. Yeah. So I resolved to B flat. I could resolve to D flat. Let me see if I can do that. Anyway, that's just an idea for an exercise that you could make up. You know, other things you could do. You could play just the 3-note versions of these. Makes it a little bit easier. Exact same thing. Anyway, one other thing now. I have previously analyzed all these 4 shapes. I have previously analyzed the 4 shapes, shape 1, 2, 3, and 4, in a box. And I used to call them box voicings. Now I'm just calling them shape voicings. So I've redone the PDF. And here it is. You can see right there on the very first one, if you're playing like this G7 chord here, the notes of the chord are down on the left side. And then it tells you how each note is functioning. Like on the very first one, G7th, the F is functioning as the flat 7. You know, the A is functioning as the 9, the B is functioning as the 3rd, and the E is functioning as the 13. And then, it analyzes it for all the other chords that it can be used for. Well, that's going to wrap it up for today. I've had some really wonderful comments, so please, if you have something to say, leave it down there in the comments. I'll try to respond to it as soon as I can. And have a nice day, everyone.